Coach, 1-1 on the weekend, but the overtime loss on Saturday obviously showed you that that after you lose a string of games, the girls fought back and made some improvements.
Yeah, I thought they did. I thought we had a pretty good weekend. Obviously, we'd like to change the outcome of Saturday, but I thought our effort this weekend was very good, and I was proud of the way that we competed in both games.
Coach, you shot 47 threes in that game. I mean, that's an awful lot. I mean, was that a plan, or was that just the nature of the defense they were showing you, and those were the shots that were there?
Well, I mean, Wright State does the best of anybody in our conference at taking away points around the rim. Typically, that doesn't bother us a whole lot. And, I thought after watching the tape, I thought 2 or 3 of them were probably a little bit deeper than they needed to be. But I thought for the most part, we got good shooters, good shots, and, we've been pretty successful with that recipe. And we'll work on shooting today and hopefully put ourselves in position to make those shots the next time.
Is Heidi getting a little bit better as far as her health is concerned? In minutes, you're able to get her in there more than in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Heidi's getting better every day. We knew that having her back was going to be a help, but at the same time, you don't miss 10 days in the middle of January and just pick up right where you left off. And I think her movement defensively, her defense of cerebralness, of understanding what's going on has been a big help. And, her numbers aren't great. And hopefully they'll pick up this weekend, but just having her back has been a big help.
Maybe talk about Melissa. You insert her in the starting lineup, and she played pretty well for you.
She did. Melissa's been working hard in practice, and we've been talking about getting her more minutes and trying to find a place to play her. And I thought this weekend provided an opportunity to get her in the starting lineup. And it's great to see a kid who's fought back from injury and spent a whole year rehabbing and didn't get a lot of minutes last year, keep her head right. And I was real happy for her success. I mean, obviously it made us look better as a team, but for somebody that's put in so much work throughout the last 2 years to see it pay off, I was excited for her, and I'm looking forward to what we can do in the future with her.
What's the biggest jump she's made just on the court, just knowledge over the past 2 years, and that made you think, hey, now's the time to throw her in there?
Well, I think it is the knowledge. I think it's, understanding the game plan and taking preparation seriously. I mean, Melissa's a fantastic athlete, and I think the hardest thing for good athletes to do in college is to not just rely on their athleticism and really, for somebody like me who's slow by nature, I've got to try to figure out a plan or I have no chance. If I was as fast as Melissa, my life would have been a lot better in high school and college because I had scored a lot more points. And when you have that kind of athleticism to lean on, it's hard. You just want to go to that as your second nature. And I think Melissa's took preparation very seriously, understanding what teams are doing. Her shot has improved immensely over the last year. So, just taking those little parts of the game and adding it to the athleticism that she brings to the table just made her the right person for this position at the time.
The fact that she's been able to learn so much and just get more comfortable now that she's able to play and get out there as opposed to 2 years ago when she basically was on the shelf.
Right, exactly. And again, people learn different ways, and by doing and by watching tape and watching others and being on the floor and doing it herself. And I think now was the time that she put it all together, and she's been a great lift for us.
Go ahead. You talk about Macy a little bit. You see her maybe a little bit more comfortable coming off the bench than when she started.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best weekend Macy's had since I've been here. And I know that maybe she didn't score a lot or play, and she played as much as she did when she started, truthfully. But, I think Macy's done a nice job of running our team, understanding her limitations, and getting us in position for other players to be successful.
Coach, you got Butler and Valpo. Valpo first, and tight game against them at their place. Now you get them here. Second time around for all these teams. So, things can be different, and each team's going to bring in a new wrinkle, including these two.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Valpo, both these teams play very good defense. They slow the game down. It's, it's a very slow pace, and, that sometimes can be frustrating offensively when you got to wait so long to play offense again. So that'll be our challenge, is to try to quicken the pace a little bit, and I thought they did some nice things at their place to expose some of our defensive tendencies. So we'll address those tomorrow at practice and hopefully get ourselves ready for Thursday.
What are those, Coach? I mean, what did you take from matchup one that's going to make you better this time around?
Well, they cross-screened us, and we had a hard time. They start a 3-4-5 that are all like post players, and we have a hard time matching up with one post player. So you can imagine us trying to guard 3 post players in the same game. And our matchups, they kind of manipulated how we guard and what we do down there. So we've got to be a little bit smarter about who we put where and how we guard people and just things of that sort.
And Butler, a team above you in the standings, be nice to knock them off, maybe make a little move here in the conference on Saturday.
Yeah, it would. And Butler's a young team that, you hate playing young teams late in the year because they keep getting better and they have a better understanding of what they're trying to do. And I think Butler is, as you watch them, you see them become more comfortable with each other on the floor with the number of underclassmen that they play at one time. And it's not surprising that they would become more comfortable. I mean, Beth's a very good coach, and they keep getting better every time out. So it'll be a good challenge on Saturday.